You actually stress me out.
Well, I'm a busy man.
All right, you know what, guys? Welcome back to another episode. This is episode, like, I don't know, something, but it's been a 2-week hiatus.
Yeah, it's gonna be a quick one, everybody.
Say it again.
So it's gonna be a quick podcast, everybody, because Shay decided that this podcast wasn't a priority today.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Actually, training is more of a priority for me, so that's just.
I bet you were late at the gym because you were talking in between your sets so much.
I was there by myself, grinding, bro.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see the proof.
Yeah, you wouldn't know anything about that.
Actually, I bet you didn't get any videos today because you were too busy talking.
Talking to who?
People at the gym. People at the gym.
Oh man. Oh, I just got a chunk of carbs in my mouth.
I signed back up at Good Life today.
I saw.
You actually signed back up fully?
Yeah, man. Well, I'm gonna live so close to one soon.
Crush your goals, bro.
Oh, you got a Good Life shirt on?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, I was pumped when I went to Good Life twice today, and both times there was no lineup.
Oh, lucky.
So
no line, you said?
Yeah, I went to Torbay Road in the morning for cardio and to sign up, and there was no line. And then I went to Atlantic Place to train shoulders.
Word.
Yeah, a lot more females around than I'm used to, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa. we're used to one girl at reps training when we're training, and you just kind of feel bad for her.
Yeah, no, for real.
Yeah. And I forgot to put my mask on like a dozen times. That's it.
Do they get rotted about that? Like, will they actually like go and remind you?
There was no one even working.
Oh, what the hell?
But there was people like following the rules, and like I tried, like I'd forget and like put it on, obviously.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be a shit disturber on my first day back. You know, trying to be civilized here.
Yeah, it's not like anyone's gonna say anything to you, anyways. Like,
well, yeah. I mean, you know, like, what do you do? That's like, sorry, it was an accident. Like,
yeah, no, true. No, some people actually get rot about it though, man. Like, I haven't actually experienced anyone like be like, yo, put your mask on like anywhere, but like people do it. Like I've seen on social media and stuff. So
I went to get gas like 3 or 4 times in the past 2 weeks without a mask.
Oh yeah.
And I got up to the like checkout and they're like, no mask today, eh? I'm like, fuck, man, I'm so sorry. I just call up my shirt and just walk out.
Well, yeah. Well, the funniest thing about Good Life is that it's like, you know, it's like you got like you don't have to wear it when you're working out. So you got everyone around just like at their place not wearing it, and then it's like you just got to put it on for like the 2-second walk you're gonna have to like another bench or like so, you know what I mean? So
silly.
Yeah, but I mean, you just do it to get along, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
But the weights are definitely lighter than Good Life.
Especially the dumbbells.
Oh, dude, the dumbbells. Those like plastic dumbbells, yeah, like the Good Life brand ones.
Yeah.
Like I was doing I was using 50s for sets of 12 with lateral raises today.
Yeah.
I've never done that with the reps dumbbells. I've only ever gotten like 8 or 10.
Yeah, imagine trying to do that.
Yeah, I got 3 sets. So that's why I was like, yep, definitely later. And then I did, and like I did dumbbell shoulder press like last, and I did the hundreds for like sets of like 15.
Yeah.
So I mean, but yeah.
The reps 80s are like the hundreds at Good Life.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. Well, I guess. I had
an appointment with Chris today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's about 20 cup marks on my back.
How long was it?
An hour and 45 minutes.
For people who don't know, Chris is our massage therapist, the boys' massage therapist.
No, he's not a massage therapist. He's an acupuncturist.
Well, there you go.
Oh, they're called acupuncturist?
Yeah.
Oh,
is that what he goes by?
Yep.
That's what he goes by, but like he does everything. Like he does a little bit of acupuncture like at the beginning or the end, but he really just fucks your shit up is what he does.
Yeah. What is the what is the style of like acupuncture or like massage that he does? Like
he does cupping, acupuncture, tuina, and gua sha.
Okay. Which is the one where he like gets you to move your body?
That's tuina.
Tuina, okay.
Yeah, that's brutal.
It's rough. He did a lot of that with me today.
Yeah, man. When he like grabs your trap and makes you like turn your head and stuff.
Dude, literally. So the first time I went to him, it was when like I messed up my neck doing the split squats, and like I literally couldn't move. And I went to see him, and I was like, "Listen, man, like the boys told me that like it's pretty rough, like, and I'm in like serious pain here. Like, just kind of we'll ease into it." And dude, I was literally like, I felt like debilitated by the pain. Like it was just so intense.
I had to tell him to stop for a second today when he was working on my neck,
Yeah,
because I don't know what I got done, but right here, up the side of my neck, up the back of my ear,
yeah,
gets really, really tight and locks up.
yeah,
And so what he was doing today, he was like pushing down into my collarbone and then starting at the bottom with his knuckles and going up top as he got me to move my head down towards my other shoulder.
yeah.
It literally felt like there was a flamethrower on the back of my ear, as well as someone just like ripping apart all the tendons.
Man, like when he's doing some shit to you, like you can't help but think like, okay, this guy's actually just being an asshole.
Yeah, yeah,
You're like he's trying to make it hurt because like there's no way it needs to hurt this much.
yeah.
But then like right when he stops, like it's like instant improvement.
Instant
like,
relief. Yeah.
you can look in the mirror and like see your shoulders back in place, or like you can fucking turn your head like way further than you could before.
We were trying.
Yeah, I've come close so many times to telling him to stop.
Today was the first time I actually had to tell him, like, hold on a second.
Yeah, like
You're always like, when it's too much, but you never actually say it.
oh yeah, like I've been so
You're
close.
just like, no, man, I can handle this. Yeah.
Well, dude, I go to say it. I'm about to say it, and I'm just like, no, you can't, pussy. Like
Yeah.
the one thing you can't do is quit. Like,
But then
But
you
all,
like
like,
involuntary
also-
twitch,
oh yeah, yeah.
and they're like, "You okay?"
Oh, dude, I just like scream and curse and like bite the fucking microphone and shit. Like,
Yeah.
Man, all the same, I feel like we're like probably one of the few people that are like that. Like we'll refuse to be like, I'm not telling him to stop, just because we're so used to that in the gym.
yeah.
Just pushing ourselves beyond
It's
like
an adopted one. Well, it's like because like we know, and we're so used to the fact that like the more pain we feel generally, like the more we're going to benefit from it
exactly.
in an intelligent way, obviously.
Yeah.
And we know that with massage too. We're like, okay, if I can endure like the most brutal part of this massage, like that's where he's doing the most work for me.
Yeah.
So like when I think about it, when I'm getting it done, I'm like, okay, I can feel this pain in here, or I can feel the pain in the gym.
Exactly.
That's what it really comes down to with that type of treatment, right?
Yeah, that's the exact way I think about it too. Like the more pain that I can endure here, the better the longer I'm going to go without this pain coming back again, or the better I'm going to be able to train in the gym. So it's like you're looking at the scales, and it's like the same thing in the gym when you're training. It's like the further I can push myself, and the more pain that I can kind of withstand here, like the stronger I'm going to get, and the more I'll be able to push next time.
Yeah,
And
man. And even like I was thinking about like booking him like yesterday, and like I'm scared to book him because like I hate it that much. Like,
Yeah. I'm the exact same way. I've been telling Luke for probably 2 weeks that I've like, I got to book in with Chris. I'm going to do it. And I just haven't done it.
and dude,
I've
you also need to
now.
you also need to keep in mind that like the longer you stay away from it, the worse it's going to be when you get back, right? It's like it's the worst fact ever.
Yeah. And we're kind of in no man's land right now, like me and you, where it's like we know when we get back, it's going to be bad. So we know it's going to be bad anyways. So we're just kind of pushing it off, and it's just going to be worse from there. But like it's going to be bad no matter what. It's just how bad is it going to be?
Yeah, man.
I'm going every 2 weeks now until I'm done competing for the year.
Yeah, it's only been 2 weeks for me now.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been going to massage like consistently? Like I know Jared goes consistently, and I know both of you go consistently. Like how long have you been implementing that for?
I've done it for every prep every 2 weeks, but I slack off in the off season big time.
I used to get it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
I do
it now I don't.
for 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. Just
Yeah.
my first year.
Yeah, I've been getting it done ever since I got into bodybuilding, man. I've been getting massage therapy. I remember I used to like the first massage therapy. I would go to like the students of like massage school because they would put on like a clinic, and you could pay $20 and get massaged by a student. And one of my friends was going through school there, so I would go to her. And yeah, that's how I got into it. And then after her, I started paying for them, and then I was obviously in a relationship with a lady who was a massage therapist, so
Right.
a lot from there, and then moved on to Chris. Chris, my homie though.
Yeah, dude.
You guys agree though that for the most part, male massage therapists are way more like better in my opinion. Like they can get in there for bodybuilders. Like
Absolutely.
I've had both.
Yes.
Right, I've had
agree,
female and male, and male are better.
I think for bodybuilder, like you got to use your head, right? Like think about it. Like I'm
Yeah.
sure there is girls that could do a good job.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
You know what I mean? But the majority of them are going to be men who can apply like the pressure and keep that sustained like throughout an hour and a half long massage. Like I can't even imagine doing that as a job.
No.
Like I massage like Chloe for like 5 minutes and I just like tap out. I'm just like,
Yeah, dude. That's like I get
Yeah.
30 seconds in and my hands lock up.
yeah. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I think that's something else that people don't realize comes with this sport too. Like, especially once you get at a certain level with it, is like, you know, you beat up your body so bad in the gym that like you need to go do those things on a consistent basis, or like you just won't be able to train hard. And if you can't train hard, you can't improve. So it's just like another thing that like is difficult to deal with. Like, you know,
especially as we get older too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right, like we're not recovering the same way we used to.
And also the fact that we're just lifting heavier weights.
Lifting heavier weights now, like.
And we know how to target our muscles better. So our muscles are taking more than they ever have been, right? So yeah.
Jared, what are you drinking there? Little
Starbucks, little 2-pump sugar-free vanilla and 2 Splenda with cold brew.
Oh, nice.
Fancy. I bet Carly got that for you, didn't
Cost
she?
me like $6. She did actually.
You have no milk in that? No milk in that?
Black.
You don't like milk?
No, I like black coffee.
Yeah.
I also like black coffee. Mo, when you have regular coffee, like a cup of coffee in the morning, do you put anything in it?
Yeah, because I'm like,
No, you're soft.
I'm gonna do black. What'd you say? Right now, I put a Splenda and a little drop of unsweetened vanilla cashew milk in my morning coffee. That's it.
Black is too strong for you? Like you can't handle it, or?
Listen, I was drinking black coffee when you were sucking on your mommy's titty, buddy.
All right.
Right now, I'm still lean enough that I can enjoy a bit of fucking cashew milk.
Exactly.
And when I hit 8 weeks out, I'm cutting out all the bullshit. I'm cutting out sweeteners. Anything extra is gone.
Yeah.
Condiments too?
What?
Condiments too?
Definitely like the sweet with heat and the ketchup. But I'll keep the mustard and hot sauce.
Yeah.
And I'll keep the spices and stuff, right?
Yeah.
2 side notes. 1, sweet with heat is sick. And 2, I found out that I actually made a TikTok about it. On the back of the like French's mustard thing, there's like a little clip for the top. So like if you push it down all the way, it'll stay down and the top stays out of the way when you're like squirting it on your food. I didn't know that before.
Ooh.
Really?
And neither.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not so. Little
Not so.
little hack for you.
That's like the Nutella knife.
Yeah.
Nutella has a knife in the cap.
Oh yeah, you take off the like silver thing on top and there's like a little thing there.
There's a little knife in there, yeah.
Crazy.
Life hacks.
Life
So
hack.
I'm getting a tattoo Monday.
No way.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about tattoos and bodybuilding? You think they affect people's physique? Like when you look at a guy's physique that has a tattoo, like do you find it can distract you from their physique?
I think there's levels to it.
A main muscle.
One at a time.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Luke.
I think that tattoos are only a problem if they're covering like a main muscle part, and if you have it on one side of your body. Say if you have a full arm sleeve from your shoulder down, and you hit a front double, one side is obviously going to look different than the other, and that's all really that I can focus on when someone has a full arm sleeve.
Yeah.
But I think the elbow down doesn't affect anything with bodybuilding.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting a forearm sleeve, and I'm pretty sure I'll just get my tattoo like completely covered when I compete.
Yeah.
Because they have good tattoo cover up now, and I think my forearm is probably the easiest thing you could ever cover up. Like,
yeah.
What is this? Can you explain what the tattoo cover up is?
Yeah, so like the tanning companies now, like I'm not sure if like the one that's doing our show will have it or not, but I can probably order it. But yeah, like most tanning companies now that do like the pro bodybuilding shows, like Liquid Sun Rays, Pro Tan, they have like tattoo cover up. And like when they first came out with tattoo cover up was probably a few years ago, and it was pretty motley. Like it would just make you, it would just kind of like completely blur out like a body part to cover up your tattoo. But now they have really good ones that put this like kind of film over your tattoo and make it look like you're, and then they tan over that. So it kind of makes like the tan stick to this, whatever this stuff is, I guess, and
Yeah.
covers up the tattoo pretty good, right? And then you can still see your lines. Like,
Okay, interesting.
so that's the idea behind it, right?
I've never heard that before, but my thing on tattoos like is similar to what Luke was saying. I think it completely depends on where you get them. I think forearms are fine, calves are fine, and then other than that, like small tattoos in like not really substantial places, like not really like on like big muscle groups or anything like that. I think that's fine. I really like tattoos, and I wish I could get more. But yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Like big times there, and I'll go, but forearms, calves. So, yeah. Go.
Yeah. And then, I mean, that's what you see most people that compete get, I guess, now these days.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the guys who do have like who previous tattoos and now are like getting serious, they end up just taking them off anyways. Just getting them removed. Like seeing Patrick Moore had his big one taken off.
Yeah, man.
Right. Like a lot of guys just get them removed.
Yeah, yeah. I know. That sucks, man. Going through that process is really bad. But yeah. Yeah, anyway, I thought I'd bring that up.
Yeah, interesting. Do you know what you're getting? Or is it like top secret?
I'm just gonna go and pick something off the wall in the shop.
I don't know, man. You're pretty crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's I'll just like, we'll do a podcast after and I'll show it.
Okay.
It's like, it's kind of hard to explain, right?
Yeah.
Hey guys, get this video to 50 likes and Mo will reveal this tattoo next time.
50 likes.
Yeah.
Big 50 likes.
I'm sure I'm gonna show it anyway.
Yeah. Well, it's fun. It's funny you said that because when I got the tattoo on my tricep, I like drew it up myself and like I had like the quote I wanted on it. And initially it was a wave in a circle, and then I had a quote on the top and a quote on the bottom of the circle. And so I sent it to my tattoo artist, who I've gotten all my other ones from. And he was like, oh yeah, that's no problem. Like best kind, like come in this date and we'll get it done. And I was like, that was easy, like perfect. Anyway, so I went in and he was like, all right, let's do this. And like, we were reviewing like the print before going into the room and stuff. And he was like, he drew it up and he showed it to me. And it was literally just the wave with like 2009. So the tattoo is it like symbolizes like one of my favorite songs from a Mac Miller album, and the album's called Swimming, hence the wave. And then I got a quote from that song, and then 2009, which is my favorite song from that album. Anyways, so when I sent him the picture that I drew up in DMs, he didn't see the words that were on top and on bottom. So he didn't have that in the drawing at all. So when I told him, he was like, oh dude, like there's no way we're going to be able to fit these words around this and for it to still look good. Cause like you need like a certain size font for like a tattoo to actually last. Cause like sure, it'll look sick at the beginning when you first get it, but over time, obviously if the letters are too small, it's just going to look like shit, right? Like it's just going to all morph. Anyway, so he was like, so like, I need you to pick out part of these quotes that like you like the best. And I was like, so I picked out like a line and I was like, this is what I want. And I was just literally like, you draw something and I'll get it. Like, that's it. And I was just like, so I was like, okay, like it's literally in your hand. So I went and sat in the waiting room and he was just like designing this tattoo and it was just like completely in his hands. And I was like kind of heating out at the time. Cause I was like,
oh yeah, man. Yeah, I get it.
I was like, man, this is going to be like I had this all planned out in my head for like months. And I was like, I drew it myself and I knew that this is what I wanted. And then it was just like in a matter of 5 minutes, it all flipped around and it was all in this guy's hands. So like for him to decide, and I was kind of like, it's kind of heat, man. Like, I don't know if I'm sure about this, but anyways, it turned out sick and I was super happy with it, but yeah.
So did you like it like right after you got it? Like right away?
Yeah. Like immediately, like obviously he showed me before he put it on, but like as soon as he put on the stencil and like the outline on my tricep, I was like, okay, this actually looks dope.
Sick.
Yeah, so really happy.
It is a nice tattoo. It's well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I've had to change mine a couple times because I appreciate this from the artist I'm working with. There's a couple things I wanted originally, and he just talked me out of it because I mean he has so much experience. He's done so many. He was like, this just won't look good. Like he was like, it might look good right away. And he was like, after a while, it just won't look like what you want it to look like. It won't have the depth that you think it's going to have. So now I think between me and him, we've kind of figured out exactly what we're going to do. But like, I'm really giving him a lot of like ability to be creative.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man.
Every tattoo I've seen that he's done, I've liked it. You know?
Yeah, the artist knows best. They've done it so many times. They know what's going to work and what won't work. And
yeah.
When I was getting those Roman numerals on my chest, he was like, are you sure about this? Like, I know that like you're into getting like different tattoos and stuff like that. He was like, if you get this put on your chest, like you're not going to be able to get any other tattoos on your chest. I was like, that's fine. Like, I don't want any more tattoos. But like, he kind of warned me that like, you know, it was something that I had never thought of, that like, you know, if I want more tattoos, that, you know, having this on my chest is not going to look good. But yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, it's good. It's just good to have expertise. And like, for me, it's a relief. Like you drew what you wanted, right? Like,
yeah,
I like have an idea. Like I can kind of picture what I like and like what I want. But like, if I know someone's more visually creative than I am, I'm just like, here, like what you come up with in your head is gonna be better than what I come up with in my head.
Yeah, it's better giving them the reins. Yeah,
sure. Yeah. And I just feel way more confident that way anyway. Like I'd rather just like not be in my hands. Like,
yeah, without doubt. I can see you at home with like crayons, like, you know, like, oh man.
Yeah, with like little like arrows, like with like a description of what it is.
Yeah,
because you can't tell by looking at it.
Yeah.
This is actually supposed to be that.
That's so funny. Jared and Luke, do you guys have any plans to get any more tattoos? I know Tara got some sick tattoos yesterday. She was sending me snaps of them.
Yeah, dude, they're really nice. I'm kind of like undecided yet. I definitely want to get a couple tattoos done.
Yeah.
But I want to get my forearm done, my elbow down, but I want to make sure my forearm is bigger than it is right now so that the tattoo doesn't stretch and get deformed.
Yeah, you got small forearms.
Yeah, dude, thanks. I was unaware. Thank you.
Just put that out there.
And I've been thinking about getting like the back of my neck done.
Okay. What would you get on your neck? Like on your spine, like straight down, or like somewhere on like the
like up the back of my traps.
What would you get?
I've been looking at a few things on Pinterest, a few ideas and stuff. So that's not like till another 4 years down the road, maybe like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get my neck tattooed too.
Front or back?
All of it.
All of it, yeah. I
think the front looks sick. Like Frank McGrath had that big eye there.
Yeah, I did. I was literally talking to somebody about that the other day, and did you see? He posted. I think yesterday. Frank posted a picture in the Torbjorn Good Life.
Yeah, I seen that.
I was actually there. I was at the gym when he was there. I got there and he was on the cable machine. I looked and I was like, that guy's massive. Like, who is this guy? Like, I've never seen this guy before. And I was like, how have I never seen this guy here before? Anyways, the next day he posted this picture and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I could have went up and talked to him, got a picture and all this stuff. And like, it didn't clue in until he actually posted the picture. I was like, oh, that's Frank McGrath. And anyways, he reposted it yesterday.
When was this?
I want to say Christmas time of 2019.
Oh yeah, I think I remember around then when he was here.
Yeah, he was home to see family. So
yeah.
His dad died kind of recently too. He was here then.
Okay.
Is he from Placentia?
Yeah.
Yep. That area.
Isn't he from Dunville?
Dunville?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all at that area. It's out in the I can't remember what the area is called. Placentia Bay.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, he's a legend. He was like the first bodybuilder like that I looked up to, and like the craziest thing about it was that it was before I knew he was from Newfoundland.
Really?
I did. Yeah.
I was getting into the animal stuff, like Animal Forum, like before Instagram and all that shit. Like it was like all the animal pack guys like were on the forums, and I would go read everything. And he had this big thing like the Journey, and it was like these articles that like he was writing like throughout prep, I guess. And like, you know, the animal style, like it's all like deep and dark and like bodybuilding hardcore shit. and like all like the hardcore pictures of him that like are like infamous now, like just when they were first coming out.
Yeah.
Like all those iconic pictures. And yeah, I was just obsessed with him. And then I found out after he's from Newfoundland, I was just like, what?
Mind blown.
Yeah, it's like, holy fuck, like what are the chances? And I actually met him at the Toronto Pro in 2019. And me and him had a grand shack. So I told him I was from Newfoundland, obviously. And like
Yeah.
we were just like, and like because I was Sean Carita, like at every line to see like Flex Lewis, Ronnie Coleman, Sean Roden, like we just skipped the line. And just like I got to meet whoever. So we went to the Redcon booth and it was like Antoine, Frank, Blessing, I forget who else.
So
and, yeah, and we just like went in talking to the guys, and Antoine was giving me like Mama Tea cookies and stuff. And then yeah, me and Frank got to talking, and then like a few minutes went by, and Antoine just looked at us. He was like, man, there's a whole lineup here. You gotta go. I was like, oh, and there's people just standing there waiting, just looking at me and Frank talking.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, peace out, dude. Like, nice meeting you. But yeah, he was cool. Really cool guy.
Yeah,
he was.
So when he was competing here, is there anyone that I would know that was like competing with him around that time? That's like
you know the guy who owns In Shape Fitness, Christian Alexander.
Oh yeah.
He would have competed around like the same time as Frank.
Okay.
Christian, he was a good bodybuilder, for a while there as well. But man, that was back in like 2002, 2003.
Okay.
I don't even know many people from back then.
No.
Yeah. How old is he?
I've seen an old picture of Robin and Dave, with Robin Hillier and Dave Miller with Frank, like way back when you were like 17 or 18. I've seen that.
Yeah, Robin. Him and Robin were good friends.
Him and Robin were good friends, and Dave and the boss.
Yeah. Shay, what did you ask me a question then a second ago?
I have no idea, man. Honestly.
Fuck, I thought you asked me something. I can't remember.
I have no idea, dude.
Yeah, no, but yeah, then he just went from like one like provincial show, went to nationals, smoked everybody, and was just like animal contract, and just career took off. Like the most like ideal thing that you could ever want happened to him, right?
Yeah, that's what it seemed like, because I remember seeing pictures of him competing here, and I was like, he doesn't look that much smaller than he looked at like his best. Like when I saw like the classic infamous pictures of him, like when he was competing here at local shows or at regional shows, he was still massive.
Oh, dude,
he was an absolute monster.
Just genetic freak.
Years old, a monster.
Yeah, and I think he probably had a similar kind of thing as like Chris Bumstead, because he competed, like it was very few shows for him to actually get his pro card. Like he went regional and then national.
I will say this though, man, like not to take anything away from him, because like when he competed as a pro like 4 or 5 times, and he looked really good. He always did good when he competed as a pro, and he did the Olympia like 11 months after he had like a super bad car accident, which is badass. But like when you go back to the nationals where he won his pro card, like the guys were like not in good shape back then, man. Like they were like, if you compare the conditioning now to like the guys at Canadian nationals to back then, like the guys back then will be getting like last place just based off conditioning purely. But like Frank fucking dominated.
It's definitely a lot more saturated now. There's a lot more top level guys than there was back then competing at nationals.
It's hard to say, man, because there was only bodybuilding back then.
Yeah.
So there was like every guy that competed was a bodybuilder. There wasn't men's physique or classic physique to split people up. So I mean, I think I would say it's just probably just as competitive.
Yeah.
When did classic and men's physique become a thing? Because I wasn't into like bodybuilding, like following bodybuilding when they weren't a thing.
Men's physique was like 2011 or 2012.
Men's physique was 2011, and classic was 2016.
Wow.
I thought it was 2014. What? Yeah, 2014 sounds too early.
Yeah, no, dude. This was only Chris has 2 titles, Breon has 2 titles, Danny Hester has 1. So there's 5 Olympias in classic.
So that would make it
2015, 16, yeah. 16.
2015, 2016, around there.
Yeah. Wow.
Danny Hester snuck in that first Olympia.
Yeah.
I remember when he won that. I'm just like, what is this?
I
division?
was so confused. I was like, what is this division?
Like, he's a short bodybuilder, so yeah. Like, okay. This is not what I thought it was going to be.
This like 42, 43-year-old like short bodybuilder.
Did Bumstead compete in the first Classic Olympia?
What?
Did Bumstead compete in the first Classic Olympia?
Oh, 2017.
Oh, so the first one he did, he came second?
Yeah.
Nice.
What was I gonna say? I had a question. Oh yeah. I was watching a video recently, and it was Ronnie Coleman was getting interviewed, and the question was like, do you think that any recent bodybuilder, this was like 2019, 2020, would be able to compete with like in the 90s, like Dorian, him, Flex, like all those guys, like in terms of like conditioning, size. And he was just like, what basically what it came down, he was like, yeah, they just don't have the conditioning that we did. Would you guys agree with that? Like, what do you think?
Conditioning? No, but I don't think anyone would touch Ronnie in today's age right now.
Right. No. But in terms of conditioning, do you think that they were more conditioned back then than they are now? No.
Dude, just look at the glutes.
Just
right?
such
Like,
bullshit.
Yeah. It is such bullshit, right? That they were shredded, yes, but they did not have the grainy density and throughout the glutes and hamstrings that the boys do now.
Yeah.
Well, and those guys just talk like they never came in off ever.
No.
They talk like these guys would do the Olympia and then go on the European Grand Prix and do like 6 shows.
Shows back to back.
And like party their asses off the whole time. By the end of the Grand Prix, they were all looking like shit.
Yeah.
Like you go back and look at those photos, like you'd have one guy come in looking sick and he would win, and all the other guys would be like hungover from the night before. You're not even kidding. Because I've heard podcasts of them telling the stories about it.
All the Weeder boys.
Yeah, like Chris Cormier and like especially Flex Wheeler and them, like they were like the party boys, right?
Wow.
And yeah, so yeah, I think that's like I love all those guys because I do think their physiques were sick. You know, I think that I almost think that at that era, like Flex Wheeler, Kevin, Ronnie, Chris, Dorian, Sean Ray, I feel like that was probably one of the best eras of bodybuilding ever. 100%. Like I don't know if you'll ever see that many guys that are that good.
Yeah.
Like at the same time again. For as long as they were there.
For as long as they were there, yeah.
They were like 10 fucking years, like just competing against each other, basically, right?
Yeah.
And like, but I find like these days it seems, especially in like the last 5 years, like the guys rotate in and out. Like a guy's huge for 2 years and then like he disappears, and then you know there's all these guys that are coming in and out. Like, you know, there's like 3 or 4 guys that are really consistent, like in the top 6, I guess, in the Olympia. But I feel like there's just new guys coming in and guys like just leaving the sport. Like it seems like it's a lot more to keep track of than it probably what it used to be, right?
Yeah, and I'm sure back then it was a lot more kind of exciting and entertaining for fans because they had these same guys, and it was like a rivalry. Like they knew who was competing, and so they could just watch these guys throughout their off season and be like, oh, they're going to do good. Whereas like now, we really don't know who's competing in the Olympia year to year.
Yeah, and like even like watching like a random pro show now, like you might know 5 or 6 guys, but then there's probably like 7 or 8 that you have never even heard of before.
Yeah, no, exactly.
You know, and like, but I think that had a lot to do with like the weed or contracts and stuff like that. Like, you know, he'd have like 15 of the best bodybuilders, and like they would be like the top guys in every show. Like, you know, it's like exactly what you said, Shay. Like it was just like, you know, just the same guys, and like built up rivalries, and like people had picked their favorites and stuff like that. So, you know, and I think that's where like the people always talk about like how you can't make money in bodybuilding. It's like people that say that are still stuck in that mindset of like that era where like it was only like the top 20 guys probably had a good contract and were making money. You know, I feel like now there's more opportunity than ever to make money in bodybuilding.
There's so many ways you can make money in bodybuilding.
Like they say you can't make, like there's people who aren't even competitive bodybuilders that are fucking rich off bodybuilding. Yeah. So like to say like you can't make money off bodybuilding now is just like such an old school way of thinking. Like, you just need to know how to monetize yourself and like use the resources that you get by being a part of the sport.
Yeah.
To make money, really, right?
Especially because there's so many companies now, like between supplements and clothing, that you can like monetize yourself from and make money from, that it's like it's just endless. Like
endless, literally endless amounts of clothing companies and supplement companies, and there's coaching and training programs and ebooks, and like, man, like, it's
TikTok.
do as much as you want.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
Dude, you know what's crazy about TikTok though? Like, it's like the platform is like you can grow so quickly on it.
Yep.
But now there's like a bunch of guys that I follow, and TikTok, like their account is getting banned. But what TikTok is doing is they don't want to pay these creators anymore. So they're deleting their accounts. And these guys have like almost like millions of followers on the app. And so they're trying to cut down on the amount of actual like main creators that they have. And just so they don't have to pay them, because people are going to use the app regardless. So these guys are like building up a following and building up like their whole kind of platform through TikTok. And then it's just all getting taken away because TikTok doesn't want to pay for it. Or pay
So TikTok made it too easy to get popular in the beginning. So now they got all these popular people. So now being popular doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And I think the biggest thing that I like TikTok is I don't think it'll ever be a platform that sticks around. Like, it's mostly what people are doing to kind of get people to their Instagram or to their YouTube. And those are more so solid platforms that you can build a following on. You'll be able to maintain a following. But yeah, I think it'll be like Vine, where it's not, it'll be here and gone like eventually. So
yeah, I think so too. I give it another year.
Yeah.
You'll see it fading out, and I mean, it's already to the point where people just copy each other anyway.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing, right?
Like how, and like it's fun, like it's still entertaining and it's fun for people to do. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to take anything away from it by saying that, but I'm just like how long before that isn't fun anymore, right?
Yeah, I agree totally.
Yeah, that's why I never bothered to put much effort into that.
Fair enough. You've been putting up a lot of the IGTV stuff.
Yeah, I like that. I just feel like it's I'm like I always think like of things I put out, and but I'm not very good at, like, I feel like when I speak, like I use a lot of expression in the way I talk and try to explain things, and I think that helps get my point across a lot of the time. And I find like I'm not good enough at writing to kind of like translate that. So I don't think I feel like if I try to address topics in post and like write them out, I don't think they'd have the same effect on people as like talking, because like I just find when I speak, I'm just better at like explaining things and kind of like, I guess, persuading people to maybe try something that could help them, right?
Oh, 100%. And I think too, I know personally, I'm a lot more likely to actually watch, say, an 8-minute long video than read a massive paragraph. If I see a massive paragraph on Instagram, I normally just like the post and keep scrolling if it's someone I know. Unless like the post has been shared and people are like, oh, this is a good post, like you should actually read it. But yeah, just in terms of engagement with your followers, I think a lot more people are willing to engage on a IGTV video and actually get something from it. Like, those videos might not get as many likes as, say, a post would, because people see a picture and they'll just like it anyways, just keep going. They won't even look at the message. But the people that you do reach with those IGTV videos, you're actually getting the message across. So it's actually, I think it's more valuable.
Well, yeah, and that's why I keep doing it, because like I'm getting really good feedback on them, and like I find the more consistent I'm with them, the more likes they're getting and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, and that's the only reason. Like, if I wasn't getting good engagement off them, then I probably wouldn't do it. But
yeah, I've been slack recently on like social media just because of school and stuff, and I've been busy. But I found like when I did post, like my engagement was terrible just because I haven't been consistent, right? So it makes a huge difference.
Oh man, it really does. Yeah, I think, dude, that's like, you got to do that sometimes, right? Because I know for me, like, I mean, this like is all I do really, so it's easy for me to constantly have content, because like I'm talking to clients all the time, and a lot of times like they'll ask me questions, I'm like, that's a good idea for a video, like, so I'm just like, my head is always in that mindset to like be able to post about stuff like that. Like, if I was like you in school, like trying to finish up a degree, it would be really hard for me to like adjust my mindset to like try to put out something like valuable for people. Without just coming up with some bullshit post and just posting for the sake of it. Like,
yeah, totally. It's like, well, that's the thing. It's like you can only really do well and focus on one thing at a time. At least I find myself. So like if I'm in a mindset where like I'm focused on school, that's my primary thing. And even when I'm not working on schoolwork, it's like I'm thinking about kind of, okay, I need to get this done tonight. I'm going to study this. Like, this is the topics that we're working on. They're always like, they're constantly in my head. Whereas like if I'm focused on social media, I'm always kind of like that's what I'll excel at that time. And then obviously, training and nutrition is always just kind of there, but that's just a constant kind of steady thing.
Yeah, congrats on finishing your degree, bud.
Thank you. I was super pumped.
And now you just get to focus on social media all the time.
Yeah, that's right. Huge.
Seriously, what's the next step for you? Like, if your degree is finished now, like, are you going to continue your education? Are you going to work, or like, what are you doing?
So my plan is right now, I want to start. So I registered for a nutrition course. I'm doing that with Precision Nutrition. And I'm going to write an exam to be a certified exercise physiologist. So then once I get those underway, I want to start online coaching. And I've applied.
I just got a new YouTube subscriber. Not even kidding.
I bet it's from someone overseas that, doesn't really.
What?
I said, I bet it's from someone overseas that it's not an actual subscriber. It's just a bot.
Did you just say that people from overseas aren't people?
No.
Okay, bro.
Wow, just
Okay.
take it back a notch.
All right.
You probably just lost a couple subscribers.
Yeah, this podcast is canceled.
Edit that part out.
Huge chunk just missing from the podcast.
Yeah. What was I saying?
You're talking about what you're going to do with your life. You're going to be exercise physiology, and then you're going to.
Oh yeah, so I want to do that for online coaching stuff, like get those certifications, and I've applied for physiotherapy program at Dow for next year. So I'll find out, I think by the end of the month or early next month, whether I got into that program or not. So if I get in,
is that online?
No, it's not.
Is that online? He says.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
Moving away on us.
You can't
He's leaving us.
you can't apply to move away without talking to the boys.
Well, this was a thing. It's been a thing since like I applied in like February, January.
So this was like a ask for forgiveness, not permission kind of thing.
I guess so. It's always been a plan to apply to physio school, but
Well, I hope you don't get in.
thanks, man.
I think you should be an online coach, man. That'd be fine.
Yeah, no, but that's like the end game. So whether I get in or not is another thing. And if I don't get in, I'll just keep working and keep training clients and do online stuff. And whether I do that, 5 years down the road or do it the following year, it's something that I would like to do. And
Is the program 3 years? 3 years?
2 years.
2.
Yeah, so it's not too bad. It's like I think it's after the first semester. So the first semester is like 6 months or something like that. Then it's like 6 weeks on for school and then 6 weeks off for like a clinical. So it's not too bad.
No.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you're gonna go away a boy and come back a man.
Sure.
Maybe he'll come back with some facial hair.
I said that because I watched the movie 300 again last night for like the 7th time.
What'd you watch?
300.
I've never seen it.
Wait, what? Dude. Do yourself a favor tonight and go watch 300.
Okay.
Dude, it's on Netflix right now, man. 300 with Gerard Butler. You're going to get so fired up, bro.
Really? I don't want to go back to the gym.
Dude.
Oh, damn. Okay. I'm pumped for this now.
It's the best, man.
It is like the most badass shit you'll ever watch.
Why haven't I seen this?
Dude, I don't know. Fuck.
I think you have. You definitely have, man. Like,
It's about the Spartans.
The 300 Spartan warriors.
300 Spartans that fought.
Where he kicks the guy in the hole and brings this to Sparta, like a iconic scene.
Nah, dude, I actually haven't seen it.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, you gotta watch that tonight.
Not to mention the memes from that movie.
Right?
So many memes from that movie.
You live under a rock, or?
I guess, man. I don't know. The movie.
He just does TikToks all day.
Yeah.
I actually can catch a break here today.
You're getting fucked up, yeah.
Yeah, big time. What was I gonna say? The movie Gladiator.
Oh, that's a classic.
when you first said that, that's where my head went. So that's also
Okay.
a sick movie.
It's completely
Gladiator
different.
is also a very good movie,
Hmm.
but yeah, they're different. 300, like you're in like a different fucking world. It's just different.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I look forward to watching that.
Have you ever watched Spartacus, the TV show?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, never mind
Cheers.
then.
Speaking of TV shows, favorite TV show.
Favorite TV show?
Top three. Top
Three.
Top three all time. I know it's hard to pick just one.
Okay. Breaking Bad is number 1 for me.
Okay, just to butt in there, I'm currently watching Breaking Bad for the first time.
Oh my god, dude.
What season are you on?
3.
Season 3.
Yeah.
Oh, shit's about. Oh. Season 4 is good.
Season 3 is really good.
Season 3 is really good too.
No, I'm enjoying it.
Season 4 will blow your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look forward to it.
I have to say Dexter would be number 2.
Oh.
Interesting. Don't a lot of girls watch that show? Like, really?
Dude, Dexter is great, man.
Is it about a vampire or?
You're racist and sexist today.
He's a blood splatter analyst that kills.
Listen, the podcast is already canceled. There's no going. There's no. I can't go down any further from this.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to think of my third favorite show that I've seen.
What is Dexter about though? Is it about a vampire or a serial killer?
What's yours, Luke?
Game of Thrones number 1.
Oh, Game of Thrones. Yeah, I gotta say Game of Thrones number 3 for me. Okay, Dexter is about a serial killer that killed other serial killers.
And he's a blood splatter analysis for the Miami PD.
Actually, sounds interesting.
It's a sick show.
It's good for like the first 5 seasons, and it goes to shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. Isn't like the end of Game of Thrones bad too?
The last season of Game of Thrones was a bit of a letdown.
Well, listen, they what were they supposed to do though?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
You can't keep a show going forever.
Yeah, I think just like some people might have died a little bit too easy for how badass they were for the first 5 seasons or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
And then it literally just they take a knife in the stomach and they're fucking done. Yeah.
No, I'm Game of Thrones number 1, Breaking Bad number 2, and number 3 is a hard one. Probably How I Met Your Mother.
Interesting.
Good show.
Yeah. I'm rewatching it for the 3rd time right now.
That's sick.
Yeah.
I watched Breaking Bad 3 times.
3?
Yeah.
I watched it twice.
Nice.
So I haven't finished Breaking Bad yet, so I'm not going to put that on my list, but I do think it's been really good so far. I would say Sons of Anarchy,
Oh man, that's another one of my favorites too.
Peaky Blinders, and Prison Break.
I heard Prison Break was good from a lot of people, but I've never watched it.
I tried to get into it twice, man. I just can't do it.
It's so good. It's a bit slow getting into it, but like once you get
I hate the actors, man. I hate the older brother.
Yeah.
Really?
The guy that's in prison, he's like my least favorite actor of all time.
Yeah, he's kind of a dud, but like
Yeah, he's a fucking piece of shit.
It's also really hard to watch something when you don't like the actor.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how good the movie or show is. If there's someone there you don't like, it's really hard to get into.
Yeah. All right, Jared, what's yours?
Yeah, go ahead.
Vikings.
Oh, fuck,
That's
man.
like my favorite of all time. Peaky Blinders and Game of Thrones 3.
That's good 3.
That's a good 3, yeah.
I had to put Vikings in my tie-in with Game of Thrones as top number 1.
Oh, dude, so good.
you can't do that, Luke.
Dude, I have to. I can't pick, man.
Can't do that. No, it's against the fucking rules, bud.
Yeah. Oh my.
I've watched Vikings twice.
Yeah, I got a question for you guys now. What team is your favorite sports franchise of all time? Like who are you like a diehard fan for? Any league, doesn't matter.
Raptors.
San Jose Sharks.
San Jose Sharks.
I don't even really watch sports that much.
How did you become a San Jose Sharks fan?
Well, when I was younger, when I was probably, I don't know, 5 or 6, like when I first started playing hockey. I wanted to get a hat, like a hockey hat, and so I went to the store and picked out the logo that I liked the best, and
Okay.
that was it. That's how it started. So,
That's the most random team I've ever heard someone say as their favorite team.
but they have a sick logo, and it sucks too because like their games here come on at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
So it's
I
like,
became a football fan because I went on a basketball trip to Dallas, and we got to go to the Cowboy Stadium and like go down on the field and like throw the ball around and stuff like that.
That's
really,
pretty wild.
And I wasn't even a football fan, but because of that experience, I became a Dallas Cowboys fan.
and the Cowboys have a sick stadium, don't they?
Yeah, this was like the old Cowboy Stadium. Like the
Okay.
next year they got a new one. So it was kind of cool because it was like very historic, and a couple interesting things. Like the field, it's raised in the middle, so it's actually not flat.
Oh, really?
Like the center of the field is the highest point, and then it's like a slope, like a slight slope, like all around it. Yeah.
Why is that?
And I don't know. I think because something had to do with the water.
Water. It must be for water drainage.
For water drainage, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the way they had it set up, like, and like what time they would have the home games, like, and like the Sky Dome would open up, and they would make it so the away team was always in the sun, and the home team was always in the shade.
No way.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and but yeah, that was sick. And then I became a football fan from that. And like I like the Cleveland Browns. Like I have a couple other teams I like, but like the Cowboys are like always a team that's like just in my like heart, you know.
Your OG, yeah.
Yeah. So
Mine's probably Montreal Canadiens. I don't really watch anything anymore, but when I was a kid, I watched every game. And when I went to Montreal, we actually went to the Bell Center, and I got to go in like the dressing room and stuff. So it's pretty fun.
I feel like that's such a Bayman thing.
Yeah, either the Leafs or the Habs.
Sitting down with fodder, watching the
Leafs are
Yeah.
Tampa Bay Lightning for me too. Yeah, I just seen a lot of those kids when I was a game. A lot of those games when I was a kid, and I saw Martin St. Louis score the goal of the year in the first game of the season, and that was the year they won the Stanley Cup. Like St. Louis, LeCavier, Dave Andrechuk. So that was epic.
That's nuts. When I was in grade 10, the high school hockey team, we went to Chicago for a tournament, and we got to go to a Cubs game. And like, I played baseball as a kid for like one summer and absolutely hated it. Like, it was so slow, and I was just like, I'm not doing this. But like, went to a baseball game, didn't think I was going to like it, but dude, the atmosphere in the
baseball games are the best.
Oh, it's so sick, dude. It's chill. Like, you're having a good time, and like, it's interesting to watch, and people get hyped like at random times. And it's, it's good to watch for sure.
And the dogs, man, the hot dogs in the baseball stadium, you can't beat them.
Yeah, it's so expensive though, dude.
So expensive. It's like $15 for a hot dog.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Sporting event, yeah.
$8 for a bottle of water. Like, I would die of dehydration before I paid $8 for a bottle of water.
I went to a Jays and Yankees game in Toronto, and a fly ball came up and landed in the seat behind us. Really? So there was a thing on, if you caught the ball, like Subway was sponsoring the game that day, and they brought over 10 6-inch subs to the guy behind us that caught the ball, and he gave me and my brother one each.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, sick. Don't have to buy a $10 hot dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's super sick. But yeah. I mean, we all got places to be and things to do.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm good.
That was a good quick chat there, boys. I don't know how long this one's gonna be, but
I think 50 minutes by the looks of it.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Sorry?
We'll be more on the ball next week and put up our questions and our stories and whatnot.
Yeah, definitely gonna be more on the ball. I got time to focus on some of this stuff. So
all right, I gotta go pee, so I'll talk to you boys.
All right, see you boys.
Peace.
All right, peace out, guys.